Hiya, Roland.
Hello, Rob.
Yeah, can you tell us where you're from and a little bit about your
I'm coming actually from Switzerland, 10 minutes outside of Zurich. Coming by ferry, Calais over. It was quite easy for me to come down to Cadwell. Basically, this bike is one-off. It was a bike personally purchased from Mr. Segale's, Luigi Segale's son. Mr. Segale just made 3 frames of about his total made of 75. 3 frames for Suzuki's, 2 are for GS 1000 engines.
And
this is the only one with 16 valve.
Yeah. Magnesium swinging arm.
Magnesium swinging arm. I have two forks. I have a magnesium fork at home for it, but I choose the 2 year later model made of aluminium, but it's fully adjustable. Brand new magnesium wheels made at Money, the chief engineer from MV Agusta. He did these particular bikes to Segale 30 years ago. I think the bike handles extremely well. The geometry is just fantastic. Even I'm a man not too light. I can drive fast with the bike, so the bike really delivers everything you need. It has the handle, I mean, here I have some damage. So bottom clearance is limited, but I wanted to keep the bike original as possible. I could lift up the Fox shocks a bit or change it to WP shocks, but I wanted to keep it as it was run in the early 80s.
Because she runs on gas shocks. That's
Absolutely.
fantastic. Well, thanks for telling us a little bit about the Segale. Thank you,
Rob.
Robert.
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
It's okay.
Yeah, this one's Kawasaki ZXR 750K. Doesn't look like much, but it goes all right. And this is the one that was tested in practical sports bikes as well, against a GSXR and a YB4, I think it was.
They're getting quite rare now, aren't they, K1? Very collectible.
I don't really know yet. I think everybody that's got one wants an arm and a leg for it, and everyone that wants to buy one wants to pay nothing for it. So it's a bit of a standoff, I think.
Like me.
Yeah. I just noticed it on eBay, £1,650. I thought, well, the bits are worth that. I'll have that. I wasn't really looking for one, but loved it. Yeah, I used to have a 400 as my first bike, a ZXR 400, and I suppose it helps. Yeah.
Okay. And owning Alan's Performance carburation, then you've ironed out some of the glitches that you get within the flat slides on these bikes.
That's right. Yeah. And once on another ZXR I've got, actually found a production problem with the carburetors, which are sorted out as well. Which
so
apparently
it was down to the flat slides and not particularly set up, but there is a mod that can be done on them to get them to run a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, well, one set I actually had a problem in production, which I put right. This set, well, they were just jetted with Kawasaki's original jetting, which has a fuel enrichment solenoid and all this business, and you can't buy the bits anymore. So replace them with aftermarket bits you can buy, you know. It's fueling well. It's going lovely. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you've got your RG250 here that you race in the CRMC production series. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's been nothing but trouble, but when it's right, it's nice. Yeah, very satisfying to ride because it's not the easiest thing to ride, you know.
What made you pick the RG as opposed to an FZ 600 like everybody else?
Because I had one in boxes that I'd bought years ago, and I ought to do something with it, and that seemed like the ideal thing to do with it. And yeah, well, certain bits are a bit scarce, other bits are plentiful, and yeah, I just have to hope I don't need too many more bits. I've had a bit of trouble with gaskets, yeah. I think I've got to the bottom of that now, but the positioning of the crimp rings isn't quite right, and they get exposed to a bit of abuse in there if they're overhanging the combustion chamber. And so what I do now is I glue them in place before I torque it down, and it seems to have sorted that little problem out and wait for the next one to appear.
It's amazing how these little problems can take ages and ages to actually discover.
Well, it's not a road bike, and you don't just nibble down the road on it. You're trying it at the next meeting, aren't you, or at a track day, or at a dyno.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for your time, Steve. We'll see you later.
Thank you then. All right.
It's a 99 FX. Basically, the situation is that it's Ian Simpson's super sport bike from 1999. It looks like we've got found it on eBay as it goes. It's quite an interesting one of those finds that you never think you're gonna end up with. It was white, smashed to bits, battered. The gearbox was ruined in it. That's how I found out about it as it goes. When I bought the bike, it was running out of slipping out of third and fourth gear. So I stripped the engine off it, and as I was stripping the engine out of it, I found the engine internals were odd. I bought parts from Honda, and it was really, really expensive for these parts for some reason. When I tried to match them up, I couldn't get it right. So I did a bit more digging around, found some marks, and I found out that it's got an HRC box in it. And then all of a sudden there was marks on the engine casings that said it was tuned by, I think it was Tony Scott.
So this is HRC stuff.
It's HRC stuff.
By, Tony Scott.
I'm pretty sure.
Rather than a legendary man in Hondas.
I think as it goes, I can't 100% prove it at this point in time, but I've actually spoken to Ian about it. He sent me down some details and some pictures about it. We've tuned it and sort of rebuilt it, refreshed it, repainted the bodywork, put everything straight, and got a seal of approval. Sent him some pictures, and he said, "Yeah, that's the bad boy." And I've actually been out and rode it like a girl. Okay, and how did she do when she was racing? I'm not sure it actually did that well, if I'm being honest with you. I think when I spoke to Ian about it, he crashed it at Snetterton at the Bombhole and broke his leg. So it was ridden by somebody else, I think, for the last 2-3 meetings of the year. So I don't think it did massively well as it goes, but still quite a famous bike as it goes. There's a lot of people that are rolling around in the paddocks at this track day that we're at the moment, and they're all coming up to me and saying, "Is it real? A nice replica?" When we can say to them, "It's not a replica, it's the real deal. We've had it done. We've had it confirmed." If you have a look on the frames, there's markings on the frames and stuff to confirm everything. Quite mad, quite mad. I love it, mate. I'll keep hold of it.
Fantastic.
Thanks very much for taking some interest. And it's not an Aprilia. Take care.
Well, so far it's been great. It's been busy. Everyone seems happy. We're talking to lots of people. They're having a great time, both on track and off track. I've seen lots of people helping other people with their bikes if they've got an issue to get them straight back on track again, which is quite unusual for a track day. And overall, you know, it's a great vibe here. So I've been milling around the paddock, looking at all the bikes that are here, and for us, it's meant being able to get lots of bikes potentially to put into the magazine. Not only that, I've had lots of people actually coming up to us and saying, "Look, you know, can you come and have a look at our bike?" And we've done that. We've just been amazed by the quality of the bikes and the engineering that's involved. Certainly for me, the bike of the day so far has been a home-built, turbocharged 350 LC mad project in a ZXR 400 chassis, and it works.
Feels for the back.
Yeah, it's insane.